Have you ever wondered how solid the evidence in psychology is? How can we be sure that what we learn is based on facts and not just theories? In the fascinating world of psychology, the quality of evidence is of paramount importance. It forms the backbone of our understanding of the human mind and behavior. But what does this quality entail? And why is it so crucial? Imagine you're building a puzzle. Each piece represents a piece of evidence. Now, how confident would you feel about the final picture if the pieces were blurry, misshaped, or even missing? Just like with this puzzle, in psychology, we need clear, precise, and reliable pieces of evidence to build a comprehensive understanding. But there's always some level of uncertainty. After all, we're dealing with the complex and often unpredictable human mind. This uncertainty, however, doesn't devalue the evidence, but rather highlights the need for rigorous methods and constant questioning in our quest for knowledge. A key aspect of quality evidence is validity. This term refers to whether the research truly measures what it intends to measure. For instance, if a study aims to measure happiness but only asks about income, it lacks validity. Happiness is more than just income, right? Therefore, it's crucial to ensure that our methods and measures align with what we're trying to investigate. Another important concept is the authority of data. This means the sources of the data must be credible and reliable. We wouldn't trust a medical diagnosis from someone without a medical degree, would we? In the same vein, we should scrutinize the sources of psychological evidence. They should be recognized authorities in the field, and their work should stand up to rigorous examination and peer review. So, in the realm of psychology, we're a bit like detectives. We piece together evidence, question its quality, and scrutinize its sources. It's a careful balance of embracing uncertainty while striving for validity and authority. Without quality evidence, we can't draw accurate conclusions. So, how can we ensure the quality of evidence in psychology? Stay tuned as we delve into that in the next scene. Now that we understand the importance of quality evidence, let's delve into what can go wrong. What are the potential pitfalls in gathering and interpreting evidence in psychology? When conducting research in psychology, a variety of errors or biases can creep in, often without our even realizing it. These can significantly affect the quality and interpretation of the evidence we gather. Let's look at a few examples. First, let's talk about selection bias. This happens when the participants chosen for a study aren't representative of the broader population. For example, if you were studying the effects of stress on mental health and only selected university students as your sample, your findings might not apply to older adults or those not in education. Next up, confirmation bias. This is a sneaky one because it involves our own subconscious preferences. Imagine you're investigating the correlation between screen time and attention span. If you have a hunch that increased screen time negatively impacts attention span, you might unintentionally focus more on evidence that supports your hypothesis, ignoring contrary findings. This can seriously skew your results. Finally, let's consider observer bias. This occurs when researchers' expectations influence their interpretation of the data. To illustrate, let's say you're observing children's play patterns to assess gender differences. If you believe boys are more aggressive, you might interpret a harmless push as aggressive behavior, thus affecting your conclusions. These biases are just the tip of the iceberg in psychological research. Others include measurement bias, where the tools used to collect data aren't accurate or reliable, and funding bias, where the source of research funding can influence the outcomes of the study. As we can see, errors and biases are like uninvited guests at a party, quietly influencing the atmosphere without us even noticing. They can significantly impact the quality of evidence, making our conclusions less reliable and potentially misleading. So, how can we mitigate these issues? Stay tuned as we delve deeper into strategies to ensure quality evidence in our next segment. Having understood the potential pitfalls, the question that arises is, how can we ensure the quality of our evidence? Well, there are a few strategies that can help. Firstly, peer review is a fundamental process in academic research. It involves experts in the field scrutinizing the methods and findings of a study to ensure they are sound. Secondly, replication of studies is another crucial step. It involves repeating a study, ideally by a different research team, to confirm the findings. Then, we have the strategy of using a variety of research methods. This is because different methods can provide different perspectives on the same issue, thus enriching our understanding. For example, a combination of surveys, interviews, and case studies can provide a more comprehensive picture of a phenomenon than any single method alone. These strategies can help reduce errors and biases, thereby improving the quality of evidence in psychology. It's crucial to remember that while psychology is a science, it deals with the